Hello, what is up, guys? It is I, John, and welcome, one and all, to the Pop Addict. So, Pop Addict is a series that I create here and there, and today we're going to be looking. First of all, this is not a typical episode, I understand that, but I really wanted to have something for Halloween on this show, and I've worked all but 3 days of this Halloween season, so this month has been too crammed for me to make an episode. As much as that is a weird thing, there's kind of a bit more that goes into these than you think. But either way, so these are 5 Halloween pops that I just happened to buy this year. I refuse not to have a Halloween-based episode. There's so much to do still, and it's Wednesday the 28th, so that's just to preface that with a quick sorry, and I'll talk about what I was gonna do, because I'm still gonna do it. It's just gonna be a little late. So, either way, let's get into this. So, I've got 5 pops, 4 of which I got online, and I can't even remember the name of the website. I'll even possibly put it up here, like above me, if I actually figure out that before I'm doing the editing. But either way, this was during a drop. I got the Corpse Bride, Emily. She's kind of a simple pop. I absolutely love it. And honestly, kind of a detailed pop. Very, very good color. Lots and lots of details that you wouldn't expect. And honestly, I think that I'd really like to get the Victor, but just couldn't find him. Just couldn't find him in time. There's so many pops I want that are like Halloween themed this year that I just didn't. What can you do, right? So, let's move on to the second one. Now, the rest of these I actually have a good bit more to say. Like Sally. Okay, so this is a very standard Sally. It's not a rare one or anything like that. But this, I am coming up on having 3 Jack Skellingtons, so I have to have a Sally at some point. Okay, you need one of these if you have him. You also need Noogie Boogie, but there's one in particular I want to get that I'm probably never going to own. So yeah, Sally is such a cool character. I absolutely love her to death. The Nightmare Before Christmas, just like everyone, I'm addicted to that. The whole entire concept. I almost said show, I meant movie, but whatever. Either way, she is adorable in this form factor. I think the pops really do good justice for her. I wonder if they've actually done a stuffed animal of her for Funko, because they do stuffed animals here and there. Now, this is the episode I meant to make, was Treehouse of Horror. And I was going to kind of go all out for this episode, but sadly, I did not find one of the 2 pops that I wanted to do. I got Demon Lisa, and I could not find the Alien Maggie or Vampire Burns. I wanted to do all 3 of those in one episode. And that's pretty much still going to happen at one point. I just couldn't pull it together quick enough. And yeah, it's kind of a cool pop though. This is definitely the best Treehouse of Horror one if you ask me. It's not the best in detail, but I think its simplicity helps it a lot in this case. And the entire demon thing on Lisa just it's kind of funny just to think about. So, yes, I might still be able to do the Treehouse of Horror, but it'll be not this year or late this year. Might do it as some kind of tie-in for Christmas, like Nightmare Before Christmas style thing, you know? This next one really came out of nowhere because this is the only one that I bought that was not online. Now, Me and my guys were actually going through our local area and we see a Spirit of Halloween store. Now, Spirit of Halloween had a pop exclusive to their stores. Now, the one near us, I don't know if this is for every Spirit of Halloween, but ours is a tent. It gets put up in front of a mall that's about an hour away from our house. And we go there, and we're hitting all sorts of different shops, and I notice they have Billy Butcherson from Hocus Pocus. Now, I just mostly bought this one because Hocus Pocus is kind of okay, but the biggest thing is that it's a Spirit exclusive. Like, that happens? I know for a fact that, like, the Spirit of Halloween is kind of a chain. It's kind of cool. It's a really, really famous store. But this is kind of weird to me. This is very weird. And it's just a very, just out of nowhere thing for me. And I think it's pretty cool. And not to mention, Billy's kind of like the best character, in my opinion, out of that. He's just freaking awesome. I just love him. And he looks great as a pup. So, yes. that's pretty much it for him. But I just thought I'd slip him in as the story piece of this episode in a way. Let's move on to my favorite thing. Alright. So the final one is also the one that I'm most excited for. And probably going to be the rarest of all of these. Like, all of them are great. I absolutely love these pops. But, that being said, when this dropped, this was gone pretty quickly. I don't even know how I actually had the chance to do this. I just refreshed and refreshed and refreshed until the page loaded, and I picked up the art series Jack Skellington that actually appeared on the site I'm from, that I got these from. So, holy crap though, like, this is probably not, it's not my favorite Jack. Now, my favorite one is actually one that's kind of common, and that's the Day of the Dead Jack Skellington. But it's undeniable that this is an insanely good pop here. I am so excited to have something like this in the collection. And it's just so cool to look at. It's such an amazing piece. He has a little spider web thing going on. I don't know if that pattern really has any, like, name or something specific. I love it, though. And again, like I said, the whole entire Nightmare Before Christmas thing is something I am absolutely adoring every year, and it'll never fade from my existence as one of the best Halloween and Christmas movies at the same time. So, I know this is a very different episode of The Pop Addict. Again, I'm sorry, I wanted to do more, but we all got our limits, and sadly, I just didn't have time this time around. So, if you guys want to see any of these get reviewed, even though it won't be Halloween by the time a new episode comes out, I am at least going to review the Simpson Treehouse of Horror stuff still, and I'm not sure about the rest of it. I'm just going to have to play it by ear for the most part. So, either way, I've been the Pop Addict, John, and I thank you for coming to the 3J's website. Peace!